Hello, everybody. This is Christina Fasonic and
Damian Dressick coming to you live from
Ogilvy Park, and we have a very special announcement for you this evening. We are going to bring on two of the other Writers Conference of Northern Appalachia Planning Committee members to talk to you about our big,
very important development.
Yes, announcement. Hello, Donna. Hello, Heather.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, doing pretty well.
So we are here tonight, and we're so glad that you could join us because we want to announce something big.
Something big.
You want to go for it?
Okay. So I think I was just showing this, but we have a place that we are going to be having, guaranteed, WCONA in the full-on conference, a live actual conference with human beings in 2021, and that place is
beautiful Ogilvy Park in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Yeah, and you can see behind us, for those of you who do not know Ogilvy Park, which I did not know it until I came down with Christina and Scott and Pam Twist to take it,
and Donna
take a peek, and it is really nice.
So it is a very beautiful place up here at Ogilvy Park.
You can see the giant fieldstone fireplace behind us,
which has historical significance that we won't be talking about tonight.
Yes. Okay. So we have dates too. And do people know the dates?
Do you guys know the dates? Do you recall? We do, but we wanted to ask you to.
I know it's not September 12th because that is this year's.
It's September.
Right. It was this year's.
I definitely don't remember.
12th. September 12th
10th through the 12th.
Oh, okay.
In 2021, and we will be right here at Ogilvy Park in Wheeling, West Virginia. And would Donna and Heather, would you like to add anything before we bring on our writer tonight?
I mean, I'm excited to get back to West Virginia, so I'm looking forward to that, period.
We've got to go on a Moundsville, West Virginia tour when you get here.
Please, can we please do that?
We'll plan an extra day.
Yeah, and we need to eat at Vagabond.
Yes, at Vagabond.
Yes.
Wheeling, right there.
I see that. Very cool.
We'll have to show Matt this video.
We will.
And Donna, how about you? What do you think?
I wanted to ask, is open mic going to be in the room?
Yes.
That you're in right now?
Open mic will be in this room, Hickman Lounge. In fact, the speakers will be set up here behind us.
Uh-huh.
And they will have, as you can see, what a beautiful room this is.
That is beautiful.
Where our audience will sit and enjoy our reading.
We are going to over the next couple months. We'll have some snapshots of it's a very beautiful venue. Mountain views. We'll have some snapshots and some things online for people to check out how cool this place is. I'm so grateful for knowing about it.
And at the same time, very reasonable, because that's one of our goals as the Writers Conference, right, is to make sure that as many writers as possible can enjoy and come to our event.
Absolutely.
Yes. So thank you both for joining us for this announcement. We're excited.
Yes.
We're excited too.
Super excited.
And we hope that you would join us. We do have our virtual conference coming up in September, but we really wanted, since we're on the grounds of Ogilvy Park right now, we really wanted to take a moment to introduce.
This seems like the right place to tell everybody out there about where we're going to be in 2021.
Yes, we're super excited.
We are committed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you both. We're going to bring Jared on in a minute.
Bye.
Good evening. Okay. So tonight we have a new writer. I'm so excited about that. And his name is Jared Conti. He is from
Lockhaven.
Sorry, again, I did it again. His profile was interesting, his bio. He says, shedding his cells every 7 years, as our species is so inclined, Jared Conti is but a shell of his former self. This is not his final form. And as Damian said, he is from Lockhaven, Pennsylvania, where he's a writer in residence at Lockhaven University. It says here that Jared has tried to cleave on multiple occasions. He even went to such extremes as to moped across these fine United States. This did not end well.
I'm going to ask him about that. I wanted to do this in Italy, and I
want to find
didn't
out.
do it.
As luck should have it, his adventures crop up time and again in being one half of the singer-songwriter duo The Echo and Sway and his nonfiction comics and poetry. He is the author of 3 chapbooks, most recently 2017's The Emperor's New Poems, Poems New, Poems Used, Poems Slightly Abused, and is currently at work on a sequel of sorts to his first. Anything else we need to talk about with Jared?
Well, I heard it's National UFO Day.
Oh,
so
yes.
There may be some relevance to that.
Right. I do know that Jared is very interested in fantasy sci-fi stuff. So let's bring Jared on. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hello, Jared in a hammock.
Hello.
It is nice to see you. How you doing over there?
I'm really well. It's really nice to see you guys together. Like, I've seen you in 2 separate parts, but it's really fun that this whole thing happens so that you're like right there.
We are super excited to be at Ogilvy Park, and we are really looking forward to 2021.
Yes, it's going to be great here.
It looks very nice. I look forward to it as well.
We'll see if they can get us some hammocks for our conference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
It'd be excellent. It's the best way to do things.
Absolutely. My students have hammocks on campus, so they would agree. Though I've seen them fall out of them before, so be careful. Anyways.
We're not liable.
Yeah, that's right. We're not liable. Mm-hmm. No, we didn't sign anything that said that.
Right.
So are you ready to go?
I think so.
What do you have for us tonight?
So I'm going to read 2 short excerpts from last 4th of July. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic fantasy poetic ballad.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So the first part is, and it's weird that how I've written it, but the first part is going to be in the rhyming poetic style, and then the second part is a free form poem. So
sounds totally awesome.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to it. All right. We are going to disappear, and then we'll come back on when you're finished, okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks. You guys are great. Oh, hi. It's me again. Hey, this is Jared, and I'm going to start off with, this is the end, but you won't remember it by the time it's published anyway. Caravan pulls up stakes tomorrow. Church raising had been done, but instead of both boys going back, it may just be the one. Spires look to lofty sights, best seats in the house, waiting for the fireworks, quiet as a mouse. Ogathan dropped a hefty sum on the Wizards and the Zips, well-spent vacation money, sale of kegs upon the trip. Mrs. O'Leary's ass, heavy laden with the bounty, leading carrot in the stick, of course she refused to be mounted. The swagger of the bangers hangers on, bright light of the night, rising above the lawn. The oohs and ahs and collective sighs, streaks across the dark, reflecting in their eyes. There'd been a great crescendo, a real adventure taking place. I want that action every day. I want a faster pace. There's still so much out there, the likes of which I've never seen, but walled up in the Haven is the only place I've ever been. Pappy kept me quartered, scared he'd lose me as well, but cooped up with my stories was like a dinner bell. Barry now was animated, flailing arms and talking hands. The whole world is my oyster. I'm as happy as a clam. So yeah, that's right before things get started, and this is the last 4th of July, and it's from the last 4th of July. 1. Like moths drawn, cross, garish and pink, obscene atop the church, atop the hill. 2. They fluttered in anticipation of the celebration. No Easter story here, wrong season to believe in, but a triumphant entry just the same. The glory seated upon the donkey's back. They weren't seeking, though some were saved. The larger truths illumined in the dark night of the soul. Not known a sniff of the way, but once caught wind of it, could smell it on the air, 'neath feast and forest sawdust, as the steeple pointed the way. 3. Nose hairs wrinkle like rains, as acridity beckons and gunpowder sparks their interest, heating them up as they fan the flames of past loves. Careful not to get burnt, fireworks weren't. not child's play. Yet the old fools bristled, if you dared to tell them so, acting out all but their age, whooping and hollering, voices carrying on across the valley. Their follies volleyed, spoke back to them, just the same. Apostles of the high flame, names like Lefty, Stumps, Lingering Fingers, Ghost Arm Nubbins, Clark, and Cousin Eddie. 4. Fireworks whistled, wailed their incoherencies. Songs they longed to hear, tell. Heavens heckled, spectacles failing to reach their destination. Thanks. You guys were great. I hope that's good. There they are. Hello.
Hello, that was awesome.
Thanks.
Cool. Very cool. So, where do you think this is going? I mean, where you're this is a work in progress, right?
Yeah. It's taken me, I don't know, 25 years to finally get around to do it. It's definitely something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I'm almost finished with the 3rd chapter. I've got a long way to go, and it's hard because I've always wanted to be a novelist, and I just don't have the staying power for it. But I can write poetry like nobody's business.
25 years is a long time.
Yeah, and I'm kind of finally getting out of my way and saying, because I can do the poetry and be done with the poetry and feel good about that. But, you know, for me to write a paragraph is just debilitating. So this kind of, I think I like the whimsical kind of lilting music of it, if that makes sense. I hate it when my poetry rhymes, but this is different because it's a story. So like what I've realized is the fact that while I've got the story, the main story that's in the poetic, I don't, whatever it's called, right? I'm not good with words. So while there's the cadence of the lines, there's only so much that you can write. So I've realized that I have to like fill in the blanks with almost like footnotes, but instead of footnotes, it's like a poem next to the regular poem that kind of fills you in to like backstory and things like that. So
yeah, I can see that. I mean, there's a big tradition of that in literature.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to Beowulf even, which is one of our first pieces, or Gilgamesh, the Epic of Gilgamesh or something. So you're right in line. And post-apocalyptic, well, let's hope that that's not where we find ourselves.
The corporate waits for that. Well, and that's the other thing. Like one of the big things about the story is that, you know, and this takes place maybe 60 years or so in the future, but like there's not going to be printing presses like there are now. You know, there's no mass market paperbacks. There's nobody on the internet to do this. So they're going to be telling these kind of stories around the campfire anyway. So I kind of wanted to make it a bit more readable in that sense. So
Jared, I read in your bio, you are the writer in residence at Lock Haven University.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What is that?
I made it up. My wife is a resident director at LHU, and we live on campus with our 2 kids. And I am the only writer that lives on campus full time. So that's me. So yeah, and you know, a good chunk of the book takes place here. So it's really nice to get out and about and like see different ways that this can be used. A couple months ago when things started coming down, if things get really bad here, like our building is the building they're going to use for like overflow hospital stuff. So it's really weird that this corona thing is happening right now, and it's like just pouring into my book, and it's been really hard to write about. Like it was in the bio, but it's like so weird to witness it happening for real.
Yeah, nobody expects when they think post-apocalyptic, I'll just read my diary or the newspaper.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is scary. Yeah. It is. But, you know, it's the writers of the world that will see us through it, and the other artists out there. right?
Yeah.
We'll take it.
All right.
Yes. Hey, thanks for being
Thank
on
you.
tonight.
Thanks for having me. You guys are great.
All right.
Thanks a
Well,
lot.
Hey, congratulations on your next year's conference, September 10th through 12th at Ogilvy Bay.
Ogilvy, but it looks like
Ogilvy.
Bay, but it's
Ogilvy.
Ogilvy.
Oh, there's the bay right there. I see. Yeah.
Sneaky.
So
It is sneaky.
everybody come. It'll be fun.
So we do our virtual thing this fall, and it's also in September.
Yeah.
We just wanted to let people know we do have a contract. We do have a place to come in 2021. We'll be back and live in person and better than ever.
It's
Yes.
great.
We look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely.
And I hope to see you online. So
All right.
thank you again.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks, everybody.